Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Conscious morning. I would love to hear how y'all are doing in this present moment right now. I'm just going to check to see if this is working okay, because that usually is not always the case. Seems like it is working. Welcome, Cam. Great to see you. I'm glad it's been a little while since I've been able to get this working right on time, so I'm grateful that this is working great now. Thank you for coming, Cam. I wrote a few questions or just things that you guys can note down or write down if you want it. That includes, let's see, how you're feeling in this present moment, or how are you in this present moment, and also what is something you're grateful for. You can comment that down as well. Gratitude is a great way to wake up with and start the day, honestly, because it'll really just ignite this natural sense of appreciation that we all have within us. We just tend to get so distracted by the mind and its activities that we lose a sense of gratitude. Ah, beautiful. I love that, Cam. Thank you for sharing that. Grateful for this moment. I always, when people ask me, so I actually like to do this practice where I'll go around asking random people. When I say go around, I mean wherever I'm at, wherever I am, I will just ask people that question. And, it's really interesting because when I do ask people that question, they aren't usually expecting it. And also, just to clarify with what I was saying, when I mean when I mean go around, just going to the shopping store or going grocery store shopping, going, I don't know, even sometimes waiting online where people are just there and they're usually on their phone or distracted or whatever. I like to take a second and just ask them what they're grateful for. I'd encourage you all to do that too. We tend to be so used to and accustomed to this whole transactional type of conversation, which is like, hello, how are you? I'm good. I'm okay. How are you? And then it's what else? It's you do the transaction of whatever you're buying or selling or asking questions, and you're like, okay, thank you. Have a great day. It's so transactional. It's so basic. I'm not saying it's bad. It's better than no conversation, or I'll say it's more optimal for human, let's just say, communication growth, which is nice. But at the same time, yeah, I feel like adding. Let's just take it to the next level, right? Why not? Add in some gratitude. Adding some gratitude will truly be very, very helpful with spreading appreciation for each and every one of us. And yeah, that's my little spiel on gratitude. And for those of y'all joining, I did comment down some things in the chat that you all can start with as a little warm up. That includes just commenting down below how you are in this present moment, and also what are you grateful for in this present moment. I'd love to hear the comments, in the chat, and thank you for joining. By the way, I'm very appreciative. And we'll get started in the next minute or two. Let me see if anyone else wants to join. I'm actually really grateful that this is working great and smoothly, at least. And in the past, we've had difficulties, so grateful. Thank you for joining, everyone, again. I'm really, really grateful. uh, I guess I'm going to add something else as I'm waiting for people to come in. What I like to do is, I kind of learned this from, I think, Jay Shetty. If you've heard of him, he's like a monk, motivational speaker kind of guy. And it's pretty much the idea of how, and science actually proves this as well, but we can literally learn how to reprogram our brain just through different practicing. Uh, and so, whether it's meditation, which is great, which is what we're doing, that's definitely one way to do, one way to go about it. The other is even just gratitude. So, what I basically do, right, and this is the daily morning ritual, at least I try every morning. And it's as soon as we tend to wake up, we will usually be feeling a certain type of way. Welcome, Jerry. Good morning. I'm grateful that you're here, Jerry. Thank you so much. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you all. So I'm so grateful that you're here. So what I was saying was that, yeah, basically what I was talking about, Jerry and whoever else just joined, is about how we can reprogram our brains and how essential it is actually. So I'm sure y'all could maybe relate. It used to happen to me a lot where you just wake up, feel a certain type of way, and you really didn't have control over how you felt waking up, right? Whether it was groggy, tired, sleepy, sad, happy, anxious, nervous, all sorts of feelings. It's very normal and natural to have these feelings. That's a human part. But at the same time, we are beyond that. We can actually reprogram how we feel. So what I've started doing, and it's been maybe a year, at least a year now, maybe close to a year, or at least a couple of months, if not. I will, as soon as I wake up, just list out, I do a little morning prayer and ritual thing too. But the key here is I do gratitude, and I'll just basically say 7 things that I'm grateful for, distinct things in the mind. I don't have to say it out loud. You don't have to say it out loud, but just say it in the mind, and they should be distinct and different. Ideally, I like to make reflections off of the previous day. So, excuse me, sharing that gratitude about that previous day helps you reflect about that previous day and also just realize how, there's so many things to be grateful for. So many. And that has in turn helped me reprogram the brain to where as soon as I wake up, I'm just feeling grateful. Literally. Like, yeah, sometimes you feel a little tired or whatever, but like the most dominant thing that's present is the gratitude. I'm telling you that out of full honesty and transparency. I'm not just sugarcoating this. It's true. And it's as simple as that daily practicing. So Anyways, that's the other second spiel on gratitude. And with that, do you have any questions about what I talked about so far, or anything else before we get into this meditation? Welcome again for those of you all joining. And you can still comment down or even just say out loud or in your mind what you're grateful for in this present moment. And I forgot to mention, I'm actually calling in from New York right now. So, streaming from New York in this present moment. Alrighty. So, with that, let's start with some deep inhales through the nose, deep exhales from the mouth, deep inhales from the nose, deep exhales from the mouth. Deep inhales from the nose. Deep exhales from the mouth. Deep inhales from the nose. Deep exhales from the mouth. Deep inhales from the nose. Deep exhale from the mouth. Now we can let go, and in this present moment, regardless of how you're sitting or whatever you're doing, I want us to sit still with stillness. I'm not going to give you much instruction. I'm not going to even tell you how much time you should do this for. I just want you to sit still and to be present. So let's do that for some time. Eyes closed would be great. Let's do eyes closed. Just be present. And if possible, you will notice that there will be thoughts for sure coming your way. And if they do come your way, see if you can not actively think about these thoughts, or like let these thoughts take over, or like get attached to these thoughts or get driven by these thoughts. Let them come. I'm not saying you should stop the thoughts. We really can't stop thoughts. As I've learned, thoughts are just additive and multiplicative. You can't really divide, and you really can't subtract thoughts. That's the nature of it. So, what we can do is create distance. But in order to create distance, stillness is essential for that distance. So, with that being said, let's just be still, eyes closed, be present. Awesome, awesome, awesome job, you all. You can open the eyes and I'm grateful that you were able to experience a little moment of stillness right there. And I'm sure it's not easy because we tend to not be silent. And I'm not gonna speak for you all, but just I'm saying in general, a lot of us don't like to be silent. We're either always on the phone or we listen to music, talking to someone, watching something, doing work. We're usually never ever just present. And even while meditating, even sometimes we tend to be doing something, which is focusing on the breath. Being able to practice the do nothing, not nothing, but doing no thing, no think, is a beautiful practice. Just nothing, no thing. With that, now I want to make it a bit more formalized. So I would encourage you all to sit down if possible. Cross-legged would be great. If you can, if you can't, it's okay. Right leg over left would be fine. Ankles crossed. Sitting on a chair will be fine. Back straight is very important. Face tilted up and hands faced up if possible. Again, these are all just recommendations, not mandatory things. I'll give you all a minute to just get ready, positioned. Now we'll start again. Now we have the eyes closed. So let's say eyes open, keep the eyes closed for the duration of this practice. In this session. And let's start by taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, 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 in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now we'll just breathe regularly. So as you breathe in from the nose, breathing out from the nose. Just regular breaths, eyes closed. And now we're going to be doing, or not really doing, but just going to be no thing. So let us sit still with the stillness again. No instructions here, no time, no nothing. It's no nothing. Let's be present for this next moment, for this moment. Now I'm going to have you all draw the attention to two different parts. I'll give you options, either your hands, wherever your hands are. If they were on your laps like this, that'd be great, but they don't have to be. And we keep it faced up. Again, you don't have to, but you either focus on that spot of your hands, or just the sensation of your hands, the aliveness within your hands, or find the spot of rising and falling breathing sensation. This can be your nose, this can be your chest, this can be your stomach. And just focus on it for now. Just find it and focus. And now with that focus, if you're focusing on the hands, you'll notice a certain aliveness. And I want you to just sit with that. And as you sit with it, you'll notice that there's going to be a growth in that aliveness. And it'll start expanding, maybe even going into your arms and your full body eventually. So just focus on that. And if you're focusing on your breath, you can do a breath count practice. So as you inhale, 1. As you exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Let's do a count to, let's just say 10. Once you reach 10, go back to 1. And we'll continue that cycle. And for both practices, whether it's your hands or your breath, it's going to be very natural for thoughts to come, but it's also very natural for thoughts to go. So we're going to let these thoughts come in and then go. And the very moment you realize you've been distracted by any single thought, that is a beautiful moment, because that's when you're truly present. And then you're going to let go of that distraction, of that thought, of that feeling, of that sound, of that sensation, whatever that is. You're just going to let go. And then redirect the focus back towards the breath or back towards the hands, wherever you were focusing. And that's it. Continue this. You got this. Just a reminder, it's very natural to get distracted by thoughts or anything, but just let go and resume that focus back to the breath or back to the hands. And now we're going to let go of that focus and just sit still with stillness and let the mind do whatever it wants to do. Let the body do whatever it wants to do. Let the emotions do what they want to do. Let the energies do what they want to do. Let's just be present with it all. And keep the eyes closed. And now we're going to slowly bring the attention back to the body, back to the environment around you. And now you're going to slowly and gently open your eyes and do it at your own pace and time, and then just reflect on that experience. Thank you all so much for coming today and being here and present. And I like to keep these a little more informal slash more just unguided because this is a practice we can take with us wherever we go, wherever we are. And guiding meditation is great. I still do it. That's why I added a sprinkle of it. But at the same time, we aren't always going to be guided. And so it helps us kind of slowly remove those training wheels off, as I like to call it, or as I prefer to call it. Thank you all so much. I'll be here for the next minute or two, just answering questions, comments, concerns. If you want to share your gratitudes, that'd be great. If you want to share how you feel in this present moment, that's great. We'd love to hear it all. Thank you so much, Cam. And I had this beautiful realization, and I learned this from Eckhart Tolle actually, which is that, well, this I learned from I think Sadhguru first, which is that there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Alone is lonely is psychological. Alone is unreal. Both are not true because literally, if you think about it, it's so cool. Tr- a tree, right? I mean, I'm sure we all have access to trees, for instance. If you not think about it, if you actually learn the science of this too, literally 99.9% of the space of the universe is space, and that includes, and the numbers might be slightly off, but it's about there, and that includes space within us and the space between material things, even within the atom itself. It's like 99% space, and so literally, you and the tree are 99% the same. You share 99% of what it shares. I just think that's really cool because that just goes to show how not even thinking that we're all one and we all should treat each other equally, but we literally are one. We share 99% of the same stuff together. Us and the animals, us and the trees, us and the other human beings, obviously. I mean, and it's so beautiful because we truly are one. So thank you for sharing the cam. I appreciate you all for being here today. I'm grateful. Much love. Make your day. Take it joyfully and stay conscious. Ecstasy.